Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new photographic adventure. Welcome to Spain.
After some help with packing, it was time to go to Barcelona for the first part of this tour. We went into the hills to photograph not cats, but the eagle owl. It took a bit of time for the eagle owl to come, but in these 5 minutes it was in front of the height. We really took our chances and came home with these awesome pictures. On the way back we came across a big wild boar.
He's
coming back.
Very fat.
Yeah. And of course we edited some photos while enjoying a beverage. The next day we were off to the Pyrenees, to our destination, the abandoned village of Buseu. Directly after arrival we had to get ready because some red deer were coming, and of course I made the beginner mistake to forget a battery, but luckily I was back in time.
And we're now at the Buseu Project. I'm walking around checking what we can see here. And today we'll do a walk into the valley. Hope to see some sleeping vultures. Head back into the house and see them coming into flight after they wake up, and then have hopefully some nice pictures of them in flight. I also have a night hide here for pine marten, so hopefully that also shows up.
This morning we took a hike into the valley behind the guest house to the lookout point. The vultures were already airborne, but the view was magnificent. Then it was time to photograph vultures in flight from a height. We had a bit of time to prepare, and thus it was time for coffee. But after the coffee, the madness immediately started. Please enjoy some of the highlights from vultures in flight.
we just had the amazing morning session. So we started with a walk through the valley, and from up above we saw some vultures fly away, some just waking up, so that was already really cool, but still far away. And then we went to the height, and it was just carnage, so many griffon vultures. And after the griffon vultures, a couple of black vultures came in, cinereous vultures. Well, they were just very shortly here, and then I think we saw at least 10 different bearded vultures. Amazing. Got a very good shot, and we had juveniles, so you can recognize them from the whole black plumage, but also very dark, rusty, yellowish orange bearded vultures, which would probably be very dominant females in this area. Yeah, it was amazing. And it has started to snow now, so maybe tomorrow we've got some really cool shots with snow. So we're here at the Buseu Project, and I thought I would tell you something more about it. So in the past, Buseu was an abandoned village, and Jordi Canute started here as a feeding site for vultures. So that animals, that livestock from the villages was put here. That was not suitable for human consumption. And these modern livestock practices and conservation policies have transformed these areas into tightly regulated spaces for the need to conserve these endangered vultures. And so these sites remain crucial for the conservation of carrion-eating birds. There are 3 kinds of vultures here at the moment. So in spring there's a 4th one, the Egyptian vulture. But at this moment there is the bearded vulture, the cinereous or black vulture, and the, of course, very beautiful griffon vulture. All the carrion eaters you can see here is the common raven, red-billed chough I've seen here. Some chough finches were found here as well, which is really very interesting.
But now it was time for some sunset red deer photography. It was very cold and the red deer really came in the last moments of light, but the conditions were stunning to see. And later that night we looked for marten and got a couple of moments to photograph the Beech marten. We quickly edited some photos, went to bed, get up early, grab coffee and go out again. But first, let me tell you a bit about the land management and the vultures here.
So they use grazing sheep here for keeping the area open. So that's a benefit for both the farmers itself. They have wool, they have the sheep for meat. And also that meat is being used for the carrion eaters, the vultures here. And with this way they also protect these vultures on these sites. So it's a very interesting concept and seems to be working really good, because I can see a bearded vulture fly over me right now. Amazing. The Pyrenees were one of the strongholds of the bearded vulture. And I just talked with Jordi Canute from the Buseu Project. And he said that there are now there's one breeding couple in the area, and there's in the neighborhood there are 3 more couples. The rest is juveniles looking for food, what they have here. So there's at least 10 to 12 different bearded vultures, which is really cool. So the population is getting bigger and bigger here in the Spanish side of the Pyrenees. But they also have a black vulture, And the black vulture is, the cinereous vulture, is still quite rare here. They started with a couple, and also the numbers have increased like to 15, they said, but they're not really sure. And griffon vultures, yeah, so many. So that's cool to see. The griffon vulture is the social vulture here in Europe. It lives in social groups, so in colonies. It breeds in the trees and cliffs here. And you can distinguish the juveniles from the adults by the darker color of the juveniles. And they normally go for the softer parts at the carcass. So conservation of the griffon vultures was very successful here in the Pyrenees and in total in Europe. There are now some 35,000 breeding pairs, and I think 30 or 40% still is here from the Pyrenees. So it's a great success in conservation for these vultures. And hopefully we will succeed to do the same for the bearded vulture, the Egyptian vulture and the cinereous vulture.
The next activity was photographing the vultures on ground level from the height. We had to wait a bit for the activity to start, but that gave us time to have some fun and drink coffee. But eventually the dragons were in the air and the activity started.
The bearded vulture is the bone-eating dragon of the Pyrenees. It's very fun to see because they have a red ring around their eye. And when it's really visible, the bird is aroused, so it pumps more blood into it. You can clearly see it, which is very cool to see. And they can digest bones because they have a very high acidic stomach content, which can get through it. And they pick up big bones, throw them on the ground, and then eat the bone marrow, which is very nutritious for them. So it's a really cool concept of the bearded vulture.
After this lovely session, we had a short hike to a place where we will get up close with griffon vultures during sunset. It was amazing to see them so close and also study their behavior.
What an amazing day again. It was so cool. In the morning we had the session from the height with all the bearded vultures up close, the cinereous vulture up close, and a lot of griffon vultures at the beginning. Then in the afternoon we had a griffon vulture session. Truly unbelievable. It was very cold. We had to lay down on the ground and it was freezing here, but they came so close. The details in the photos, amazing. And yeah, you can see in the videos, it was carnage. They truly went mental, but yeah, amazing. Good ending of the day and a beautiful sunset again. Oh, it's very windy today. Hope you can hear this. Let's find a spot where it's less windy. Hope this is better, guys. Very windy today. But to keep it short, today is golden eagle time. We're moving to the height in a couple of minutes. And then I hope the action immediately starts and we'll be back at 12 and do some more vultures.
The height for the golden eagle is located at a different location, but luckily we could go by car. In the height I was together with my photo buddy Natalia, and we were so lucky to see the golden eagle and a couple of other visitors.
Hey guys, welcome back. Spectacular morning. I mean, the golden eagle in front of your camera. Amazing. It took a bit of time. I'm not sure what was holding me back, but eventually came. First was the female. She just landed, checked whether the situation was safe for her, picked some food and flew off. But then the male came and he did spend a little time for us in the height. So yeah, fantastic. But yeah, you'll see it with the photos and the videos I took as well. And now this afternoon, as you can see in this beautiful surrounding, we'll be going for a sunset vulture photography session again. And yeah, unbelievable. This place is unbelievable. So fantastic. Yeah, it's still very cold. It's chilly cold. Today in the morning was -2, but it felt like -10. And now during the day it has become 2 degrees above zero, but it's still very cold. So it's also nice to go inside now, have a cup of coffee and warm up.
Back in the height we were enjoying the golden hour. And also when the sun was set, we stayed in the height to see what the nightlife had to offer us. Fortunately, a fox showed up in the end. The last evening in Spain we had to celebrate it with a beer and enjoy our photos. And then we had to get back to the Netherlands. I truly enjoyed spending time to photograph the bone-eating dragon of the Pyrenees and learn much about all the vultures here. As always, thank you for watching and hope to see you at the next one.